All right, we're going to sharpen some scissors live. There's nobody online right now, but we're going to move forward with it because I'm sure people are going to join us. And also, hopefully people will come back and watch this after the fact. And if you watch it after the fact, please make a comment that you actually watched this after the fact in the comments. All right, we're going to start with our first pair of scissors. These are just some Chinese scissors. Let's see if they cut. Actually, they cut pretty good. Let's see if we can make them cut better. Maybe they don't, well, a little ragged at the tip. Thanks for joining us this evening. I have to find my fat marker. All right, here we go. Now these have never been sharpened before. I can tell that's a factory edge. And these are not super quality. She's got some really nice ones sent to me. This lady watched one of our YouTube videos and contacted me from Utah. So the YouTube channel is bringing us business. I'm surprised at that. All right, we got the edge angle down. My camera mount may be in the way, so we may have to move this around just a hair here. So that's 3 passes. Don't ask me why I do 3 passes. That's just been habit. I do 3 light passes, and it's not enough to heat it up. And I've got a good grind down here and up here, but I still see a little damage in the middle. So I'm going to do a couple more passes. I'm barely touching that wheel. It makes a lot of noise because it's a diamond wheel. There we go. All right, I think we're good. We got a nice fresh bevel on the shears. Now we're going to go to the honing wheel. I'm going to move the twice as sharp over. I need a better camera mount system for this part of my bench. I don't have anything overhead here. The other benches that I have where I'm sharpening knives and sharpening hair shears, I have a shelf on top that I can mount to. And so here I'm using a tripod with a boom mount on it, and it's not ideal. I don't have another spot to put the twice as sharp. I keep that in a toolbox under the bench. It doesn't stay on my bench all the time. I just don't have enough space. So we're going to move the camera mount a little bit that way. See if I can do it here. So this pair of scissors does have 2 different edge angles on it. I think I got it. Yeah. Like I said, this is not a super quality pair of shears we're starting with. She's got some gingers in here that are much better quality. But she sent me 7 pairs from Utah. She's a follower of our YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody watching the channel, subscribing. I created the YouTube channel when I started the business in 2015. I never thought it would, well, I never started using it just until a couple years ago when somebody said, how come you don't ever put anything on YouTube? And so I started doing it, and it's actually brought business in, so that's surprising. I never would have thought I would find clients on YouTube. Well, that feels pretty good. It's got a really nice edge on it compared to the factory edge. So we're just going to flip the burr over with the pink stone. I'm going to try the wine cork. I've been using the wine cork with knives. I usually use a block of wood to remove the burr. Let's see if that works. I don't think that works very well. It's too soft. This metal's pretty hard. I think the block of wood works better. And then we got to find my... Well, I'm out of alcohol. So I spray all the shears down with rubbing alcohol. That gets the marker off that I put on there to do the scratch test. Sebastian, thank you for watching. It feels good. My dog is peeking out, so if the dog starts barking, sorry about that. All right, let's try it. Look at that. What is going on here? There's a little catch. I think part of it is these need to be adjusted. Yeah, it cuts clean. It's much cleaner than it was, but it's catching, and they need to be adjusted. See, they're a little loose, so I need to tighten these up a little bit, and I'll do that later. All right, let's go to another pair. Okay, those don't cut at all. And those are loose too. Let's go get a wrench. Let's just put a little tension on these and see if they cut. Damn light's in the way. Let's see if the tension... Nope. Still don't cut. All right, so we're going to sharpen them. And I can see there's some damage along the edge. Can y'all see that in the light? All right. Let's see what we can do with them. Appreciate everybody joining me tonight. 83 people watching. Tell me where you're watching from. We are in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen Salon, Barber, and pet grooming shears, clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, including medical shears, and just about any kind of knife. I don't think you're going to need that tonight.
It's light pink. It makes me...
Put your hat on.
I don't have it.
Put your light on.
I don't...
It's dark.
I'm coming home a little bit.
Hey, Bob, thanks for watching. Germany, thanks for watching. Kind of late in Germany, isn't it? And early in Australia? Light's gonna fall off. Bob, where you at? Oh, Bob said he was in Australia. Okay. Well, I don't like the way that's sitting in here. One, okay, cool. You're working on the night shift, so you're at work, wasting your time watching me. All right, we got the right angle. It's a little after 6 p.m. here in Texas. I usually shut down by 6 p.m. when I'm waiting on a lady to drop off some knives, and I thought, I'm going to go ahead and do these scissors tonight. This was a mail order sharpening from a YouTube subscriber and watcher of the channel from Utah that mailed them down to me. She said there's no sharpener in her little town that she lives at in Utah. I said, well, mail them to me. I'll sharpen them. Within 24 hours of receipt, I got them last night. Well, I got them this morning. I think they came in the mail yesterday. And then I did text her today and say, I'll get them back out on Friday. So I'm going to do them tonight, and I'll take them to the post office in the morning. I was busy this morning. Been busy all day. So I got the dogs in the shop with me, and I've got the door open. And so if you hear the dogs bark, that means somebody's walking by with a dog. All right, so I got a burr, both blades. So I take my little pink stone. I need to flip that burr that way. All right, so I spray it with a little alcohol, and then I take a Scotch-Brite pad, kind of clean it a little bit. See how they cut. Sorry, I didn't see all of y'all's comments. Saint, it just depends on how hard you want to work. It's like any other business. All right, so these didn't cut at all. Now look at them. Let's make sure they cut all the way through the blade. Perfect. Can I build the armature rig? I don't know what that means. All right, so here we go. Here's the nice scissors. These are old. Somebody tried to sharpen these like they were a knife. These are Ginger sewing scissors. All right. Kind of cut, kind of catch. Oh, did you build the armature rig? I'm sorry, I read it wrong. No, I did not. This is a twice as sharp machine. It's made by Wolf Industries in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Wolf is spelled W-O-L-F-F. Wolf Industries, Spartanburg, South Carolina. This is all purchased. I don't make anything. It's also cocktail hour here in Texas. Cheers. Our gingers are usually 45 on the finger side, 15 on the thumb side. So we're gonna do the 15 degree first. We'll see if it's 15. Yeah, Chamberlain, if you want to look up wolfindustries.com, I think is what it is. Just look up Wolf Industries in Spartanburg, South Carolina, in the United States. I don't know where you're at. I don't have a clue if they have a... I've never been there. So I don't know if they have a storefront or not. It's the best scissor sharpening system I have found. If I found another machine that was better, I would buy it. We're a professional sharpening service, and so we always want to get more efficient, faster, and better, and so we're willing to spend the money on the equipment. We'll get our money back on it. So I put a nice edge on that one. Hopefully these are going to cut good. Gingers are quality scissors. The sewing ladies, quilters, they love these scissors. And they always sharpen up really well. This is an old pair. These are made in Brazil. I don't think they have a factory in Brazil anymore. I think they've moved production to China. But they have their standards, so hopefully the Chinese factory makes their scissors the way they're supposed to. I don't have a burr. You know, they've made them in the United States. They've made them in Germany. They've made them in Italy. They've made them in Brazil. And I believe they're made in China now. I'm not sure of that, but I know the new ones are just as good a quality. All right, so we got a burr. We're just pushing that burr forward. So what I do is I feel along that blade. I can feel that burr. The burrs move this way on the blade when I ground it. Just push that burr up. And then I need to remove the burr. And I like to take a little block of wood like this. You can see how many times I've used this block of wood over the years. And just gently get that burr off of it. And then see if they close good. They do. Take a little Scotch-Brite pad, take any micro burrs off of it. Oh yeah, those old Sheffield ones are wonderful, man. Those are quality, those English scissors. Knives. I think it is. I think leather works good on thinner blades. Like I'm gonna do a pair of scissors over here, a little tiny pair of medical scissors, and I will use leather, or I'll use that cork for that. It's what you prefer, but I think on these thicker blades with the bigger bevels on them, I think the wood works better. Look at that. This is just wonderful. This is better than the factory, man. I'm telling you. The Twice as Sharp does a great job. Old Ginger sewing scissors. She'll be super happy with those. Saint, I got all kinds of stuff around here. I got the cork, I got the leather, and I got the block. I got stuff laying around everywhere. And then old Scotch-Brite pads. Try them all. I told you. Hey, that's enough. Stop. That's enough. That's enough. Go in the house. Go in the house. Stop. I have 2 of them, and they both came running out. All right, let's stop. That's enough. Go lay down. Damn German Shepherds. So those don't cut at all. Look at that. So those are kind of chewed up. All right. So I told y'all the dogs were going to bark. I'll tell you what I'm going to do before I get started here. See that rust down in there? I'm going to go over here behind me. I've got my Dremel set up, and I'm going to clean that up a little bit. All right, just kind of cleaned up some of the grit and everything in the pivot area. So they're already smoother. So I put the marker on there to make sure that I'm getting the right edge. I try to repeat the edge angle that's on the shear, especially if they've never been sharpened. This one looks like it's never been sharpened before, so it should be close to factory edge. So this is around a 45 degree. Look at that. I think I hit it right away. Nope, not quite. No, it went too far. It doesn't take much. And that's one of the drawbacks of the Twice as Sharp. I think that's it. No. I think that's it. I think we got it. Maybe a little more. Appreciate y'all watching out there, keeping me company. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. Fairly warm tonight. It's 67 in the shop. We got the doors open. 57% humidity. We got a burr. I'm gonna do one more pass. So if I go away from the camera, that means I've got a customer coming. I'm waiting for a nice lady to drop off some knives for me to sharpen tomorrow. I didn't pay $1,200 for it, Bob. I think this machine was less than $500 when I bought it. That's amazing that it's $1,200 in Australia. I assume, is that 1,200 US dollars? I mean, there's not that big of a difference in the, what's the exchange rate between dollars and Australian dollars? It's not twice as much, 3 times as much. That's insane. 10 degrees in North Dakota, wow. My son's in Wyoming. I don't know how cold it is there. Well, that's a little pricey unit, isn't it? Ohio, yeah, it's not too bad. Up to Midwest, y'all have been slammed this week. All right, I think we're good on the angle. My buddy Jim is in Aurora, Illinois, and it's been cold up there. And my buddy Jeff in Connecticut, man, he's got a lot of snow there. Citizen Kane, where you at in Wisconsin? I used to have to go to Madison all the time. Oh hell, here they come again. Can you guys just calm down? Be right back. Let me put them up. Get inside. No, come on. Let's go. Come on. Get inside. Get inside. Stop. You're the worst dogs ever. My guard dogs. Come on in. Oh, watch your step. So I have the sign. So right there. That's what you got.
I got these 2
Oh, sweet.
Grooming knives.
Nice. Mercers. I love Mercers. You're not a culinary student, are you?
Sure.
I knew it when you said Mercers. Cool. I'll have them tomorrow for you. Just want me to text you when they're done?
Yes, please.
Fantastic.
And then would you do a little paring knife?
Yeah, I'll do them all.
Awesome.
Yeah, whatever you got. Sweet. And I'll text you with the amounts and get you fixed up. Where are you going to school at?
I'm at St. Jack right now. They're
Fantastic. Great.
I'm hoping to graduate this semester.
Get a good job somewhere. I love
Yeah,
Mercers.
I'm hoping to.
It's one of my favorite companies. I think they're a good price, and most of the culinary students get them. And most of the guys that work in restaurants still use them because they got good grips and everything to them, and they sharpen out real nice. I'll make them just beautiful for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll text you in the morning.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bye bye. 39 degrees. That's cold. All right, guys. I'll be right back. All right, you guys can go back out. All right, so that was a nice little lady from a young lady. I didn't realize that when she had contacted me. She's a culinary student at our local community college. She brought in a whole bunch of Mercer knives, and when a young person brings in a bunch of Mercer knives, I know right away that they're a culinary student at one of the colleges around here somewhere, or culinary schools. There's several culinary schools in the greater Houston area, and so that's what she was from. So she brought a bunch of knives. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Mercer knives. So I'll do those in the morning for her. Eddie, hey man, good to see you, buddy. All right, so these were not cutting at all. Look at them now, like butter, like butter. So here's another pair. Now see, these are gingers that don't say the country of origin anywhere on them. Okay, so here's a tiny pair of scissors. These are medical scissors. So, I don't have any gauze for me to cut here. All I have is fabric. I have felt. Let's try some felt. Let's see if it cuts felt. Because this would be a bandage scissor, and it cuts, but see, there we go. All right, so these are a little bit more delicate to sharpen. Mercers are not bad. They're not super quality, Eddie. What I like about them, let me show you what I like about them. This is what I like about them. This is a rubber texturized handle. It's a stamped, it's not a forged steel knife. It's a stamped steel knife. They're made in China, obviously, but I like the grips. I mean, that grip, I'm a barbecue guy and a griller, so, usually my hands are greasy. We're cutting up brisket, we're cutting up venison, we're doing sausage, things like that. Man, this is the best grip. So the Mercers, and that's probably a $50 knife. You can get them at most restaurant supplies. You can get them on Amazon. They're real big in the culinary arts space there, so get you one of them. They're fantastic. I like them. I have a couple of them in my kitchen. I think you guys have known my philosophy on these expensive knives. Okay, here's another situation where there's some gunk in the pivot area. So I'm going to go back in the back of my shop here and use my Dremel tool with a little brush on it. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. I'll be right back. So I just got some of the stuff out of it. Forstner are good knives. They're good knives. Yeah. It's not Forstner anymore. It's Victorinox. They bought Forstner out. The old Forstner knives are good. All right, so we're going to change this. This is real thin, so we're going to change clamps. This is the wide clamp. I'm going to use the micro or the small clamp and see if we can get these to cut good. These are a little bit more delicate to sharpen. I don't want to burn the tip. All right, we got the right angle. I think the Gingers made in Italy is from like the 70s, early 80s, and I think they were made in Brazil in like the 90s, and I think they're made in China now. It could be Brazil, who knows? I like Victorinox knives. They're one of my favorite brands. And in fact, my main knives for when I barbecue and things like that are Victorinox. Let's see if there's the same edge angle. They are. Both blades are the same edge angle. That's unusual. I just don't want to burn the tips up on this knife. I'm going to do one more pass. I use a 240 diamond wheel, custom diamond wheel from Continental Diamond Tools. So I've got a little burr. Now this is somebody was asking about leather. I'm going to use the leather on this one. I want a little finer edge because this is a little thinner blade than a sewing scissor. So I'm going to take the little piece of leather. Hey Jeff, what's going on, buddy? All right. Like I said, these are medical scissors. Everything else that she sent me was sewing scissors, so those didn't cut at all. So look at that. I'm going to show you how smooth this is now. Let's go back to that felt. Well, it doesn't cut the felt as well as I thought it was going to. It does. Okay, that's just me then. It's not all the way through the tip. Let's make sure that tip's cutting good. The tip's not cutting perfect. I don't want to take a bunch of material off of these. There's not much material at the top. I'm going to leave them alone. And if she has a problem with them, she can send them back, or I'll give her money back on those. All right, we're going to go to the, I waited to the last to do the most difficult things to sharpen. I'm going to have to clean my workspace up first. All right, this is an old pair of Weiss pinking shears. She said that these were her grandmother's, and she thought they were at least over 50 years old. I bet they're older than that. I'm 61. I don't think they've made Weiss since the 60s. Okay, so here's this. We're going to see if it cuts one ply, and it will not. Now, I can't guarantee that I'm going to get these to cut any better. Pinking shears are the hardest things to sharpen correctly. And I have to admit, I've had some issues with some Weiss ones in the past. These have never been sharpened before. I'm going to change clamps again. Yeah, it's kind of bad when you do this live and you it didn't work for you. You guys have seen some of my videos when this didn't work. It's not negative. It's 0. I mean, make sure it's 0. It's not 0 at the tip. All right, we're going to do 0. Y'all ready? See, I missed right there. So now I got to go back. I'm going to try to just do one more pass. And that's rolling that tip. Okay, I got it that time. Ugh. All right, so y'all remind me it's 0. Because that clamp will move on you. And you also got to position the clamp in the same spot you did the other side. So I did 6 back, 6 valleys back. What? All right, I think I got it. I'm not real confident here. Not real confident, guys. So you don't use the polishing wheel. I got to get my brush. So I get my bronze brush. I don't, Jeff, I'm sorry. I always fail on these. But guess what? I don't think anybody else can do it either. How's that? Oh, sorry, I didn't show y'all, did it? How's that? How is that? That's beautiful, isn't it? How about that? "50 years. I like when it works out. All right, here's these are not bad. I already tested these. They're not bad. We're just going to touch them up a little bit. These are gingers. You guys want to know, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There's a line here in the forging of these shears. There's a little dark space on that side. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. As long as there's that dark material, hang on. As long as there's, it's hard to see in the light. Let me see if I can move that. It's hard to see. But anyway, there is a, if you look at this, each one of these little tooths, there's a two pieces to it. If there's a separation between that metal, you should be able to sharpen it. I see all kinds of YouTube videos out there, guys using foil and all kinds of things. People sharpening between the teeth with files. That's not how to do it. I have a pretty good record on pinking shears. I would say 90%. As long as some guy hasn't used a belt sharpener and been too aggressive. I'm not saying you can't use the belt sharpener, but most guys can't use a belt sharpener. I got a video that I made today. I recorded. I have so much stuff recorded that I need to produce in terms of shorts. I probably won't get to it this week, but I did some knives for a lady today that she took to an Ace Hardware store. And you just wouldn't believe how horrible these blades looked. And I know who sharpened them. I know the company. We have somebody here in the Houston area that works with the Ace Hardwares. I'm going to resurface that. This guy, his parents own the company, I think since the 60s, and sharpened knives, all kinds of stuff for Ace Hardwares in the greater Houston area. Father retired and has passed away years ago, and the son took over. And the only thing I can say, he's not good with customers. He's pissed off all of the Ace Hardwares in the greater Houston area. He sharpened, the dad sharpened for him for years and evidently did a great job. He has not done a great job. And I get calls from all the Ace Hardwares wanting me to do it. I don't want to deal with a third party. I want to deal directly with the customer. So I don't do it. I'm sure there's a ton of money to be made there, but I'm just not willing to go down that road. Let's make sure I got it. I think I still got the same angle. I think I might have moved it. That's one of the drawbacks with the twice as sharp clamp. It's not secure. Looks good. Let's see if it cuts better. I don't know if it'll cut a whole lot better. It was pretty good. So you don't want to use the honing. You don't want to use the honing wheel on this. You don't want it honed. You just want to use a little bronze brush, and kind of brush it a little bit. Spread the blades out. Open them. Spread them. Open them. Well, guys, this is it. That was the last pair of the 7 that I'm going to do tonight. I'm not going to do the knives tonight. Appreciate y'all popping in here and watching me. Did you get the notice that I was going to do it? Oh, look at that. Oh, it's like smooth as silk now. All right, I'm going to make a quick video of those Weiss and send it to the nice lady in Utah. Hey, thanks, Jim. Jeff, all of you guys. Appreciate y'all's Eddie. Appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all have a great evening. We'll do something else tomorrow. Maybe do those knives tomorrow. I really appreciate everybody's support of my YouTube channel. It means a lot to me. It really does. Cheers, guys. Take care.